Night racing in Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the site of race 20 for the Camping World Truck Series. Welcome to the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Las Vegas 350 on speed. 217 points separate the top two, Hornaday and Crafton. They've traded paint on the racetrack the past two races. Now we'll see how they do here in Las Vegas. Mike Skinner, 246 back, 447 for Brian Scott.
And the Rockets, red glare.
Rockets, red glare.
The bombs bursting in air.
Green flag will go in the air, and we're underway at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Remember, these guys are going to get down to this corner, run wide open all the way through there.
Todd Bodine looks like he has the advantage on the inside. We mentioned it could look a little bit like Daytona. How about the outside line starting to move? About to go back to racing. Johnny Sauter leading Ron Hornaday. Green flag back in the air. Hornaday all over the back bumper of Johnny Sauter as they get into turn one. Too wide back behind them for the sixth spot.
Ricky Carmichael, Colin Braun both on the outside. For a moment, Colin Braun tucks in behind Matt Crafton for now.
Crafton picks up 3 spots. Matt Crafton just behind him picking up 4 spots. Colin Braun also moving up a couple. Johnny Sauter, you see him dropping back the 3 spots. And Mike Skinner came off of pit road in the 5th position, making up 4 positions on pit road. See how he does in front of the field. Matt Crafton right behind him, Colin Braun, Mike Skinner, and Timothy Peters, your top 5, coming to the green flag once again.
Remember, the top 8 trucks only made 1 pit stop on this caution flag.
A good restart for Matt Crafton as he gets all over the back bumper, that 14 of Crawford.
Tell you, that 14 truck has been really strong this race. Matt has his work cut out for him to try to get up there, get by Rick to lead, get 5 points.
It looked like he wanted to go down to the bottom, and I think at a restart, that's not the choice you want to make. He's probably got to roll the top here in the next lap or 2. Then he's just got to find out where his truck's going to run best and find out where Rick's weak spots are.
Colin Braun able to get by the 88 of Matt Crafton for second. Mike Skinner's going to try to do the same.
Skinner looking to the inside. That's a battle for the 3rd spot. Skinner down low, Crafton up high.
Remember, Mike Skinner won 2 of the 3 races on this configuration here at Las Vegas.
Rick Crawford in front of fellow Ford driver Colin Braun, and then it's Ron Hornaday in the top 3. Rick Crawford told me earlier question marks as to the longevity of circle bar racing. That's somewhat amazing, as many race starts as we've seen with Rick Crawford, to have a question mark out there as far as his future in the Camping World Truck Series. He says they're working on everything they can to make sure that he's still racing in this series, and right now an impressive run for the circle bar team.
Top 4 trucks right that last lap, all within just about a 1/10 of a second of each other.
Spreading out just a bit. Crawford with Colin Braun on his back bumper. Then it's 3 truck lengths back to Hornaday. We're betting a little slower on the racetrack in that 57.
Right there was a prime example. Crawford had to lift just that little bit and got loose. And look at the run that Colin Braun got on him and actually passed him before they get to turn 3. Momentum is such a huge factor right now.
And here comes Ron Hornaday, made it 3 wide going into 1.
Rick Crawford hasn't overcome that break in momentum yet. That allowed Ron Hornaday to get right up beside him.
Hornaday makes the move, tries to take over second, makes the pass. Now here comes Johnny Sauter. So good early on in this race. He'll take 3rd away from Crawford.
Johnny, it looked like it took Rick Crawford a full lap to recover the momentum he lost.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still recovered, you know, and just that little bit of bobble. And you can see it as you come up on that lap car, he had to check up a little bit, went up, got loose, which putting a truck in yaw also makes it aerodynamically not very good. And just that little bit, just, you know, within a lap, 4th place.
Colin Braun out in front now. Ron Hornaday running second. Johnny Sauter has moved up into the 3rd spot. Then it's Rick Crawford that's dropped back to 4th, and Mike Skinner rounds out our top 5.
But I think everybody that we saw pit on lap 23, lap 24 caution, I think will be back on pit road.
Well, they're going to eventually they're going to go green. I mean, I've been really surprised that we haven't had a long green stop or a run yet. So I think these guys eventually are going to think that it's going to go, so they'll still pit.
Is it a tough call for race leader Colin Braun as far as what to do now on pit road?
It
just
is.
Fuel or tires or?
Well, I think he's going to do probably just fuel unless he hasn't changed tires yet. You know, I mean, it's just one of those deals. You're 50 laps in. They do have enough tires to go ahead and do that. So, you know, now I guess would be the time. I'm 50 laps on a set of tires, although it hasn't been all green.
Gets slowed 4 times for different reasons. This time it's debris on the racetrack. Here comes Colin Braun leading the field.
We look at the triple pitch you see at the bottom. Mike Skinner there. He's in that same boat. He's going to have to go for tires this time. Adam?
Middle of your screen, Ron Hornaday, fuel only 1 can because he took tires when he pitted it back at lap 23. Top of your screen, 4 tires for Colin Braun because he did not get tires on that first cycle of pit stops.
Quite a few are staying out. Only Colin Braun makes the hard left. Looks like Mike Skinner's going to follow him as well, right?
Well, that's the situation with these pit road rules, Rick. Once you've made your bed, you've got to change your strategy throughout the course of the day. So we see the guys on my end coming back in now doing what we call the double dip. So Crafton got his tires on the first round of the pit stop. He'll get fuel right now. Mike Skinner coming down my end of pit road to do the exact same thing. James Busher is in. Stacy Compton. Crafton will get his fuel on the way down. Let's go back to Adam.
Rick pointed out that it was Ron Hornaday staying on the racetrack. He questioned why did these other guys get tires in this cycle, and Rick Wren said because they didn't get tires when they pitted the first time. You saw Johnny Sauter and Colin Braun both in for service. Braun got 4 tires the first time around. He gets his fuel, and he is the first off pit road at lap 52.
10 trucks that time only made 1 pit stop, which means they only did fuel only. Colin Braun restarted this race in 11th. He is the first truck that put tires on this round of pit stops.
He's definitely back in some pack. Even good tires or not, that's a pretty tough situation. But he'll get through here. I think he'll get through here pretty quick. Just got to hope that he doesn't run into any problems as he's coming through.
So Johnny Sauter trying to get another spot. That's a battle for 6th. The 5 of Mike Skinner. Here's Colin Braun, the 6th truck. He's currently being shown in 8th.
Johnny Sauter having to turn a little bit harder to the left so that he stays out of the inside of that 5 of Mike Skinner. Those to tail action here, Colin Braun and Taylor Balsam, 9th and 10th. Field spreads out just a bit now. Is this where the better handling trucks are able to maybe go a little bit further around this racetrack with their foot all the way down on the accelerator?
Well, I think this is the area where they're going to start to shine. If they are lifting a little bit, it's probably not going to be as much as a guy in front of them. So as a better truck goes through that, you know, it's going to happen. As you see Tyler Molson being able to get underneath Colin Braun, that's a prime example. He's not off the gas as much. But there is guys that are off the gas a little bit more than what we originally expected. So it's just very hard to, you know, recoup being able to just keep the momentum up.
Colin Braun, the 6th truck on pit road for the 2nd time. Adam?
And we've heard nothing on the radio as far as why the 6 is coming back down pit road. So let's watch and see what they do. And perhaps they just didn't get the fuel in because they come back down pit road here and put fuel in once again. They made a chassis adjustment. Unless we didn't see the pictures when they came down the first time, they may very well have put tires on as well. We'll follow up, Ray. And we can confirm the reason Colin Braun came down twice. It was tires the first time under green, fuel the 2nd time around.